Back in the world speaks, everyone's going to listen. What's your first reaction to Patrick Mahomes being so outspoken about the referees?
That's the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. Like classy, competitive, selfless. That's why he's the next Michael Jordan in our sport, in our country, certainly in our sport. Like he said all the right things, much calmer than I would have, to be candid. But he did it in a way that you can see why his teammates love him in an authentic way. He was sticking up for his teammates. He recognized the magnitude of the moment. That play, guys, we were just talking off camera. Just context here. Travis Kelce was running. He threw the ball behind him with a glove on. He threw a perfect spiral that allowed Kadarius Toney to keep running. Like, that's impossible to do. I mean, there's a lot of backup quarterbacks that may not be able to make that throw. But the point, that was such a legendary play. And he's right. Like, let the players decide the game. And that, the way Kadarius Toney lined up did not impact the game. And that's where, like, we're talking about the officials instead of Travis Kelce. And what would Josh Allen have done with a minute to go?
Okay, so Tim, what about the point?
So there will be no post game on the Broncos versus Chargers. The Broncos versus Chargers is exactly what I expected it to be, a matchup between two dog shit teams in one dog shit game in a dog shit NFL. I'm going to talk about Kansas City, the media, the NFL, and their glazing of quarterbacks, and especially Patrick Mahomes. First off, that was a penalty. That was a legitimate offsides, right? So Mahomes should be more mad at his receiver for lining up offsides than he should be about the officials calling that penalty. That's a legitimate penalty that should have been called, and I'm surprised it was called, quite frankly. I don't give a fuck about if that was a good play for Travis Kelce. I don't give a fuck about how sexy that play might have looked on TV. Nobody gives a fuck. How about you shut the fuck up and actually play the game? And then you have them comparing him to the next Michael Jordan being the next go to the NFL. First off, don't ever compare Mahomes to Tom Brady. Mahomes doesn't belong in the same sentence as Tom Brady. Add Chief fans saying how much better Travis Kelce is than Gronkowski. Travis Kelce couldn't hold Gronkowski's left nut, first off, all right? And also, not on top of being the greatest tight end of all time, receiving-wise, he was a damn good pass blocker and a damn good run blocker. He was the complete package. Tom Brady, you want to know the difference between you yourself and Tom Brady? Tom Brady would have won that game. That's the difference. You didn't because you're a pussy. You're bitching to the refs. And also, Tom Brady had to go up against better opposition in a more rugged NFL. So Tom Brady had to play teams like the Peyton Manning-led Colts, the Ed Reed and Ray Lewis-led Ravens. He had to play against the Steel Curtain in Pittsburgh to get to the Super Bowl. A much tougher road than you guys ever had to play. Who have you guys had to beat to get to the Super Bowl? You had to beat the Joe Bengals, the Joe-led Bengals. They're not even that great. You had to beat the fucking Bills, who essentially beat you in that game, but their defensive coordinator decided he wanted to play 30 yards off the receivers when all they had to do is keep you out of field goal range. Okay. You guys haven't... And then the one time you did play Tom Brady to get to the Super Bowl, you lost. And then you played Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and got your ass whooped. And he was 43 and 40 years old. He was in his 40s, and he dropped you off in Arrowhead. You'll never be Tom Brady. There was once upon a time the NFL was rugged. Tom Brady played in that era. You didn't. I don't ever want to hear Mahomes being compared to Tom Brady ever again. Mahomes couldn't hold fucking Dan Marino, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers' left fucking nut. Mahomes is the most overrated player in the league, period.